In this screencast, we'll be looking at Chapter 6, Lesson 4, and it's called Algebra, Write Expressions. So let's take a look at the top. We're going to take the words that they give us in the problem, and we're going to break it down. So the words describe the situation, and we're going to use only the most important. The variable is the letter that we're going to choose, and the expression is what we are going to write as an algebraic expression. So let's take a look first at this example. So the way I like to do is I like to underline the keywords. So the first thing we're always going to look for, what type of numbers do we have? And this says 4 times the number of gallons. So we're going to underline 4, and that means 4. Once I underline it, I like to rewrite it above it. Then we're going to look for the words that mean operations. So 4 times, we're going to underline it, and we're going to do multiplication. The next part's finding of the variable. As long as the letter has something to do with it, it's okay. In this case, the number of gallons, I'm going to underline gallons, and we're going to make that the letter G. So we're going to not worry about any of this stuff. And because we wrote it all above it, only thing that we have left to do is put it together in algebraic expression. Remember from the previous lesson, in Lesson 3, we learned that if, right here, that there's 3 different ways to write multiplication: with a dot, with a parentheses, and then if it's a number and a variable, you can put them together. So when we're writing algebraic expressions, if it's a number and a letter and it's multiplication, we're just going to put them straight together. So 4 times G, our algebraic expression is 4G. Let's take a look over on this one. So this top part is all going to be one-step equations. The bottom part we're going to be working on 2 steps. So this one's still 1 step. First thing we're going to underline is the number. So we have 4. Point fewer than the Bulls scored. Fewer than means subtraction. And I'm going to pick scored for S. Now, if we have fewer than or less than, that means we're going to flip the numbers around. So instead of 4 minus S, we're flipping these. We have S minus 4 as our answers. You could even choose B for Bulls, for B minus 4. So if it says fewer than or less than, down here at the bottom, and it even tells you that in bold. Less than, fewer than, that means you're going to flip it. Okay, let's look at our next one. 12, so we're going to underline 12. Time, that means multiplication. And number of feet, so I'm going to underline feet and make that F. Since it's a number times a variable, we're just going to put it all together. So 12F is our algebraic expression. That means we're going to take 12 times how many feet there are. Okay, next, we zoom in a little farther. We're going to be writing 2-step equations. So let's look at the words here. 5 less than 3 times the number of points. So since it's 2 steps, we're generally going to have 2 parts of the equation. So we have 5 less than is subtract, 3 is 3, and then we have another operation. Times is multiplication, and then we're going to get a variable of P points. You only have 1 variable in these so far. Don't worry, they'll get harder as you get older. Okay, so 3 times, we're going to make sure we have 5 less than 3 times P. Remember, 3 times P, we're going to write that as 3P. Because it's less than, and according down to here, when it's less than, we're going to flip the numbers around. So we're going to take 3P and put it in where 5 is, and just go like that. So our answer is 3P minus 5. Okay, let's look at our final one. It says, write the phrase, $3 more than 4 times the cost, I need to zoom out, of a pretzel as an algebraic expression. So we have 3, more than is addition, 4 means 4, times is a multiplication sign, the cost of a pretzel, and I'm going to use P. You could also use C for cost. Okay, so 3 plus 4 times P, it's just 4P. And that's your answer. You can always visit YouTube for some extra help on this, or Khan Academy, or you could always come ask me too.